you don't like singing. Singing is part of your life. You don't like drawing because it's part of your life. You might as well die if you don't sing. You might as well die if you don't draw. You might die if you don't create your art. Because as artists, we are born with a special gift. We are more aware. We are wise. We were given wisdom by the divine. That's different. The kind of wisdom and awareness that we have can only be compared to that of philosophers. You know, art is part of who we are. Even if you take us to jail, as a singer will sing. If you take me to jail as a painter, I'll paint on the walls of the jail. You know, nothing can give us satisfaction like art. That's why if you take a 7-day break from creating, you start to feel this sudden emptiness in you. And this emptiness, you might mistake it for other things. But the only cure for that emptiness is creating art. This void can make you grow into lust. You know, this void can make your thirst for money become greater than anything. But its only medicine is to create art. You know, and we mistake the essence of art in our lives. We are not born with abilities to sing so that we become famous one day. We are not born with painting skills or any other creation skill activity so that you become famous, or so that you become rich, so that you bag a lot of girls, so that you get glory. And you may have noticed that the big artists in history were not those artists who had the biggest subscribers, who got the greatest accolades. They were truth speakers like you and I. We were born to speak our truth. In poverty, I will sing. I will create songs. Whether I die in poverty, whether these gifts make me rich, I don't care. I will always create because it's my nature. You will always paint. You will always create because it's your nature. Stop looking at art as a way for you to get riches. In that way, you're going to give up. But you're not supposed to give up. It is not even your choice. Giving up on making art is not your choice. The moment you die, that's when you stop creating art. But as long as there's breath in you, your major role is to create art. You know, we go outside here with the wrong mentality, because we see art as something that it stops being about our art, but it starts being about something that we are likely to gain using our art. You make good songs, you upload them on the internet, you get little views on YouTube, and now you want to give up. You end up frustrated, you end up disappointed, and you ask yourself, am I really not gifted? Am I really gifted? Or have I been just delusional? The thing is, you are gifted, and your gift doesn't need outside validation. Your gift doesn't need approval. Your gift is there for you to serve the people. We are given wisdom by God. We are more aware. You are given those music gifts because God knows you have something to say. He has placed wisdom on your head. That's why you can sing. There is something you need to address. You need to pass these messages. You need to speak your truth, the truth of God, the truth of the divine. You know, because if we stop creating art, we might as well die. That's part of our lives. That's not something we choose to live or to quit. It is something that it is part of who we are. Our minds, our souls, are oriented in such a way that we require something to fulfill us, something of another realm, because art is spiritual. Art is like a window to our divine self. When we create, we remind ourselves that we are not just materials walking on the surface of the earth, but we are divinely connected to God, our source. We and God are one. So don't quit. Art is part of you. You only stop making art when you die.